One guy who's always been effective since he stepped on campus and took over the punting job is J.K. Scott. Now, to not consider this guy one of the top 22 punters in all of college football, and the reason I say 22, of course, Stephen, is because we've got 22 listed on the Ray Guy Award watch list at this stage of the season with only 2 games to play, and there's no J.K. Scott. I don't know how this can be possible.
Twitter absolutely exploded. I mean, Twitter exploded when the watch list came out and J.K. Scott's name was not on there. Here's a guy that's 6'6" now. He's 6'6", 202 pounds. Just let that sink in. A 202-pound punter who is just kicking the cover off the ball. He's averaging 49 yards a punt, 48 to 49 yards a punt, getting back to his freshman form that he had in 2014. Here's a guy that is doing a phenomenal job flipping the field. The excess of 50-yard punts that he has, 60-yard punts at times that he has, and also being able to pin opponents inside for 20. He does that at a consistent rate. You look at both Mississippi State and LSU, preferably the LSU game, did an outstanding job against the Tigers, keeping them in rough field position, allowing Alabama to win that 10-0 game against the Tigers in Baton Rouge. It is shocking. Something that I heard, Mark, was punts to qualify for the award. I don't know if there's numerical data. Do they take an actual number, a cutoff number, if you will, of how many times do you have to punt in order to qualify? Because if that's the case, State and J.K. Scott nearly have the same amount of punts, yet the guy from the Buckeyes qualified. So I don't see what metrics are taken when you come into consideration of the Ray Guy Award, but it is very shocking. You have some very disappointed Crimson Tide fans. I'm pretty sure J.K. Scott may tell you he's not worried about it, but thinking, okay, why in the world am I not considered this accolade here? It's very shocking.
Stephen, we're going to rile up Alabama fans just a little bit more because, as you mentioned, Cameron Johnston of Ohio State has kicked the ball 36 times. J.K. Scott has kicked the ball 36 times, if anything, and you know from watching football, all of us, that you can't rate punting just based on the yards per kick because you have to look at the situations and the effectiveness of the punter inside the 50 and downing the ball inside the 10, but there's no question J.K. Scott has been one of the premier kickers, if not the very best in college football since his stay at Alabama. Cameron Johnston at Ohio State's at 47.2 per kick, and JK's at 48.4, a full almost 1.5 yards per kick better. It's mind-boggling.
Absolutely is, and it's like I said, Twitter absolutely exploded. When I got the news, I almost had to do a triple take at my computer because I'm wondering how in the world is J.K. Scott not there? Freshman year, averaged 48 yards a punt. Fans thought he deserved to win it that year. You have the analysts and the media that are very much so hesitant to give an award to a freshman. But if he's good, he's just good. Of course, last year, J.K. Scott, a bit of a sophomore slump, but got back on track to end the year. And of course, coming into this year, he's going back to what he did his freshman season, which is not worry about it so much. Just go out there, have fun, and punt the football. So, as I mentioned, you think it's mind-boggling, Mark. I'm on the same scale with you. Like I said, I don't know what the metrics are. If I have to be on ESPN stats and information, I will do it because I don't know what the metrics are when it comes down to what qualifies you to win the Ray Guy Award or how many punts do you have to attempt. But if we're talking about punts inside for 20, punts in which the opposition has netted not many return yards off of, JK is doing it boom, boom, bang. I mean, what more can you ask for?